Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I don't usually do this type of thing, but obviously I like to focus on disability and health and pensioners and things like that. But it was interesting seeing the interview with Rachel Reeves this morning on television, because she was obviously it was obviously put to her that she had received a donation of £7,500 worth of clothes. And she apparently declared this as support rather than clothing, and she was being asked about that, about why she put it down as support and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you the clip. I'm not sure if I'm going to be allowed to, whether YouTube might stop me showing it, but I'm going to show you the clip, and then if I'm not allowed to show it, then I'll have to cut it out. But here's the little clip of what it was.
Free suits, free glasses, free Taylor Swift tickets, free holidays, and in your case, a free £7,500 worth of posh frocks, which when you declared it, which you did, frankly, it looks as if you were being a bit evasive about it, because you didn't describe them as dresses or clothes. You called it support. Shouldn't you just have been upfront about it and said, I've got a gift of free clothes?
Well, an old friend of mine wanted to support me during the election campaign, and the way that she wanted to support was to help me buy clothes for the campaign trail and for big events, and I was very grateful for that support. We declared it in the proper way, and we asked the registrar the best way to record it, and we did it in the way that was asked of us. I never planned to continue this in government, but it was something that was very beneficial to me during the campaign.
Okay, so you could see she was very sort of unsteady and flustered by that question, and wasn't entirely sure where she was going with her answer. And she tried to keep going back onto the track of her speech, but of course they weren't letting her do that. And she was also later on asked about Angela Rayner's tweet to Boris Johnson when he was in power, about his donation of wallpaper, and she was saying about in the tweet about how disgusting it was, and that he was going around to the begging bowl asking donors for his new wallpaper and stuff like that. And they asked Rachel Reeves whether that was the same. Is that the same as what they're doing? And she said no, they've got to be more careful now they're in government, and they've got to be held to the highest standards and things like this. But to me, it is very odd, because I understand that election campaigns are often funded by private donations. That is the way they are, and she said that she would rather use private donations than taxpayers' money. And I really don't think taxpayers' money should be paying for campaigns anyway, for election campaigns anyway. But anyway, but she did say that it was obviously there was a way it was declared, wasn't declared properly or something like that. But for me, this isn't just about whether you declare it or whether you don't declare it. It depends on how it's perceived by the public, because Angela Rayner, when she was talking about the flat that she went out to with that party, she said that no favours were asked for and none were given, and that's fair enough. That might well be the case, but a lot of the times I think with these donors, they're not talking about what they want in that moment. They're doing this in advance. They're doing a preemptive building up of these trusts and and these donations and things like this, so that maybe a few months or a year down the line they can say, look, I want you to help me do this, I want you to help me sort this out, I helped you get into power, I helped you with donations, now this is what I want. And it's going to be very difficult for them to turn around and after that and say no, because if they do, then all of this donation is going to stop, and this money that they've got coming in will end. So to me, it's just really weird that that this is going on. And I know it's gone on, not just the Labour Party, is the Conservatives, and I'm sure there are lots of it going on in other parties as well. It just doesn't sit quite right with me, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know what your thoughts are on that interview that she had, and also what are the alternatives for like campaigning and things like this. We don't want them to use taxpayers' money. They may have to use private donors, but there's got to be a way that they can do that without having to then have this conflict of interests. So let me know down in the comment section what you think, and as always, don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more of this type of thing.